Hello again, you. Thank you for coming back and joining me once again. I do appreciate it. So last time we left off and we were working on the front here, and I kind of gave it some time and I mulled over it a bit. Yeah, mulled. Word of the day. Mulled over it a bit. And I know about what I want to do with this. I had a bunch of different suggestions. Like a lot of the suggestions were to... You can't see it right now, I know, but I'm looking at it. Just pretend like we're Superman and we have X-ray vision. Yeah. So anyway, there's a giant inn. Well... I'm jumping ahead of myself. A lot of people suggested that I put a giant inn on the front here for Nims, and thank you for the suggestions, but I figured it would be kind of redundant. It would be the NNNNNNNN castle, because we'd have the inn over there, and then we'd have another inn over here, and it would be kind of... I think I already said this, but it'd be kind of redundant, and it's like we need to do something different. I'm trying to talk too fast here, and so the different-y sort of thing that I wanted to do was this here. I thought, and then another suggestion I had, again, I'm jumping ahead of myself, is to put a giant creeper face, and it's like, okay, maybe we could do that. But the problem with the creeper face is if you look at this, we can just use the castle gate as an example. The castle gate is 5 blocks wide. You can see that quickly, easily. 3 plus the outside 1 is 5. So it's a total of 5 blocks wide. Well, a creeper face is symmetrical, based around an even number of blocks, which would make it very, very hard to make a good-looking creeper face. I think I built that out too far. That's alright though. Now let's get up there and take a look. So as I was saying, a creeper face is too symmetrical because of the even amount of blocks required in order to make the creeper face. So because of that, I kind of thought of something else, and I want to do like a... Actually, is this... Okay, yeah, no, this is fine. We're good. I wanted to build a balcony here because I thought it would look cool, and I brought up the nether brick fence gates, and that's kind of what I want to use here. I think it kind of look cool. I think we're finally starting to... I want to get a feel for the castle. I kind of want it to be... I think I've said this before. I want it to be as dark as possible without allowing monsters to spawn. That's kind of what I'm going for, and apparently I just broke a torch. And so then the next thing I wanted to do here is, it is kind of a cobble overload, and I'm being very careful with this pickaxe right now. There's too much wiring that I just don't feel like doing all over again. But I felt like this was pretty cool to look at up here at the top, and I wanted to showcase it, I guess, a bit, and kind of... I don't know what the word would be here, brag about it, but bragging's kind of a strong word. Just show it off in general. I should have grabbed my silk touch. That's it, the silk touch pick, or the shovel we've got. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish adding the glass here, except I'm not sure exactly how I want to do it, because there's these outsides here that we don't need them. Well, fee fi fo fiddly fum. See, we don't need this either. Okay, so we'll just get rid of most of this here. Yeah. Look at how much that lights up the place. Anyway, so yeah. No! Dang it! Son of a monkey's uncle! Oh, Piston. Will you go back into place nice and easily? No, of course not. I can't destroy that one. Glass. Nig! Okay, I need different tools. This is ridiculous. Oh, no, too fast. And I'm like, click. But no, it's too good. It's too good. Okay. So I finished getting it cleared out, and I fixed it. Thank goodness, and it still works, so I didn't mess up any wiring. That was close. That was way too close for comfort. But anyway, I wanted to kind of give it like a, I don't know, like we talked about doing the glass dome, and I kind of also hinted at, I want the castle to sustain life, essentially. I want it to kind of have a feel. Obviously, it would be very boring if we never left the castle, but I want it to have at least this feeling of preservation of... Oh, there's stuff. Ugh. Come here. Let me kill you. It's a sort of knockback. I have to sidestep to get him to face a wall. I don't hate it, but I don't like it either. I like the glass. I feel like the cobblestone throws it off. So I'm gonna play with the side some more right after I take a quick nap. Oh, bed. Oh, so tired. Z. I like that a lot better. I cleaned up the left side. You can't really tell that I made much of a difference, but just look at the height of the doorway to enter the balcony, and there's quite a difference there. So anyway, to continue what I was saying about what I want the castle to feel like is I want it to feel like it's got like this infinite sustainability. Like everything that you could need is already within the castle. So here's what I did. I just added this platform here, essentially, and then you get a walk up onto the balcony. Do I have a bow? I do have a bow. And then you could be like, "Ah, I see you, skeleton. I see you, creeper." And then you could shoot him. Nice. It's nice. And I also like how the nether brick feels. I definitely want to start using the nether brick more as a main material in the castle, I guess is what you'd call it. I feel like it's definitely got potential to be really freaking cool. So no, I don't know what they're called exactly, but they're essentially like greenhouses, like man-made biomes almost, where we literally just build like a glass. I don't want to say like a fish tank, but kind of like a space station is the next example that comes to mind, where you kind of have this. I wouldn't call it an organism, but this thing that's just designed to run with no external influences, and that's what I want the castle to feel like. And whenever I think about that, I always think about like living in a fishbowl almost. And I don't know, having that dome and having that dome come down and kind of showcase our wiring there. I wonder if you can see it. Nope, not really. Well, make it into a multiplayer server and then have your friend come in and push the button and then you get to see it in action. Heck yeah. But no, I just kind of wanted to have like that feel of home. That's kind of what I think of, is I just want you to be able to look at it and be like, this is a place where I can take off my shoes and take off my hat and just have, well, I mean, work. There will be work inside the base, of course, but things, everything provided. So yeah, it's not quite there yet. Obviously, look at all the empty rooms, but we're getting there. And the other thing that I wanted to show you about, that I finished up from last episode, I'm terrible. I'm notorious for finishing things off camera, and I realize that, but, you know, we're making do. We're making do. Is I finished up the design on the floor here, which kind of leads me into the thing that I want to do for the rest of this episode, and we're working on the alchemy room, but what's the point if we don't have any raw ingredients? So we need to, I kind of realized that I'm doing this backwards, and that's, I'm trying to fix the backwardness of the things we're doing. And with that being said, like I was saying, I'm just like repeating myself. I'm worse than like a politician, sidestepping questions all over the place. Oh, no, the thing, we're doing it backwards because we're building the room that requires ingredients that we don't have, and that's what I want to fix today. And you can see I'm picking up nether wart, soul sand, things like that. Do we have any more pistons? I might have to make some more, which isn't a big deal because we have freaking unlimited supply of iron. Oh yeah, and I think I hear a zombie beating on a door. Go! Richard D. Knows and your 3 cousins who are still in town for whatever reason. The redstone, that's what I needed. Redstone, repeater, levers. I'll make torches, and then I don't need this junk anymore. So, obviously, we're going to be building a nether wart farm, which is the basis of pretty much every potion. I'm pretty sure nearly all good potions, you know what, if we're going to the nether, I'm trying to get better about bringing a flint and tinder with me, or flint and steel, or whatever it's called. I usually put it, there it is, haha, because I don't know, is a gas gonna shoot the portal and then I'm gonna be stuck in the nether and then I'm gonna have to kill myself to get back? I don't want to do that, no. So, oh, it's so dark, I gotta kill this creeper. Get out, be gone with you, thank you. Through the portal I go. Oh my god, there's so many bad guys. Okay, this is gonna have to wait until daylight. Oh jeez, run, no, no. Okay, they're stuck back there. This is gonna be the second time I've slept in the same episode. You see, it takes me a whole day to figure out what I'm gonna say and how I want to say it, and then by the time I'm ready to say it, it's night, and I need to go to sleep. I need to make a nap. Make a nap. I just said that. So I've just arrived in the nether here, and it hasn't bugged out since that one very unfortunate time. But what I want to do is I want to build the... No, hey, don't go back through the portal. Oh, God. Pickaxe. Oh, wait. Is this the good one? It is the good one. Man, I'm just bringing all the tools with me. I'm just asking to die right now. Anyway. No, the thing that I wanted to do is directly behind the portal, you know, because we're going to be traveling past this every time we want to go to the Blaze farm. I figured this would be the other spot that I was considering putting this was at the Blaze farm, and I figure not such a good idea because I don't want to have to be ferrying everything back and forth, and it's just like a long way to run, like if I just want to farm some nether wart. So I figure, you know, we'll go back a little bit of ways, and this is where we'll build it. So I'm gonna clear out a freaking holy crap ton of space here. Of course, I'm gonna expand this in all directions, but yeah, we're just gonna go back. I don't know how big I'm gonna want it. This seems plenty large enough, so we'll take this quite a few blocks out. Just imagine how much experience this would be if netherrack gave experience. I really should have counted that. Oh well. I'm gonna finish this up. This has actually turned out to be quite fun. Just with the efficiency 4 Unbreaking 3 pick, it just, watch this. It just all gets like completely obliterated. It's just, oh, it's nice. It's good. It's good. Look at that. Like, I've never been able to clear out a room this quick before. I was prepared for like a 20-minute of just like, oh dang, this is gonna suck. And instead, like 15 seconds. 15 seconds. Maybe, okay, maybe not 15 seconds, but it's still pretty nice. Yeah, I know, there's a lot of netherrack on the ground, but I'm not too stressed about it. Netherrack isn't one of those things where it's like, oh my god, I'm gonna run out. So, I'm gonna make this one higher, and then we're gonna start playing around with designs for the netherrack. Did I just say designs for the netherrack? I totally meant the nether wart farm. You know what I meant. That's why we're such awesome friends, you and I, because you know what I mean when I say goofy stuff that makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. I appreciate our relationship. Thank you. Okay, for real this time. And cue touching Minecraft music as we talk about the netherrack. I did it again! See? The hell is wrong with me? The nether wart room, essentially kind of what I wanted to do. I was starting thinking, you know, about, oh, I'm just going to do simple rows back, up and down, and then I'll just go up a row, and then I'll have to walk back down the row, and then I'll go up the next row, and then I'll go back down it, and then I'll go up the, and I that just seemed too boring to me. And then it's like, there's got to be a more interesting way that's just as efficient, and this is kind of what I came up with. It uses the space really well, and essentially, if you think, we would enter, obviously, from the portal here, and then this is entirely 3 wide, so we'd have, in essence, and I haven't decided if I want it here or 1 block higher, or 1 block lower, excuse me, but we're going to have soul stand right along here, and then we're going to have some block right here. This is going to be our walkway, and then the nether wart will be growing along this. So now just imagine that this is all covered in soul sand. Yeah, soul sand with nether wart on top of it. So we'd be able to run through this, and we'd have these with piston trigger mechanisms, so that way the piston would knock loose all the nether wart by lifting the block up, and then we'd be able to run through and just quickly collect it all like this. And then whenever we end, we'd be right back up at the entrance/exit. So now, and then that also makes it really convenient, I think, for planting, because rather than, again, just having to go up and then down, we'd just be able to run through and then plant it all like this, and then we'd be able to, and it's just more visually appealing. It looks nicer. I just think it's cooler in just about every way, rather than just doing simple, boring rows or just a big old flat field. This is gonna actually, we'll be able to sprint through this. We could even, hey, we're doing potions, we could pop a speed potion and do it all that much quicker. I just thought of that on the spot. How awesome is that? So I'm gonna get to work. I'm gonna definitely use glass here as these center dividers, so that way, you know, as I'm walking in, I can see pretty much how the room is doing. And then I don't know what I want the center here to be. I'm thinking maybe like a rainbow of wool. I think that would be kind of cool. Or maybe iron, the iron blocks to kind of show off our wealth here in Nimbus, you know. I don't know, but definitely, I'm going to do some testing. I'm going to get some pistons, and I'm going to see how they do whenever stacked up next to each other. Actually, we should just be able to do that right now. Yeah, okay. So essentially, I'm thinking that 1 block will be like so in the ground, with the piston below it and then the sand above. So then I would plant the nether wart directly on it there. And then the next one I'm thinking about is if the piston is there, and that's there, and then that would be right at face height. But now I'm not too sure on how that's going to behave. Like, I want to make sure that it knocks loose properly, and I don't want it coming out from the sides, because then it would be impossible to do these inner rings. It definitely all needs to be powered from below. So I brought levers. I know I did. Those are okay, there's my levers. So this should be able to power this lucky guy. So that does knock it loose, and then if I'm, well, that I didn't even need to show you that. It just picked it up from that range. And then okay, so essentially what I've thought of here is I don't want it to be level with me. That's the biggest thing. So I think that's what we're going to keep in mind, and this will also make it a lot easier to wire. I won't have to worry about like T flip-flops if I use this. I could just get a button. So we're going with that design, because I should explain a little bit better. I'm terrible at explaining things too. I know. So I don't ever want to risk slowing down on the soul sand. And so because of that risk of slowing down, I don't want the soul sand to ever be on the same level as my walking path. So we're going to put it so that way the soul sand is just permanently higher than I am. And so now whenever these pistons underneath go to be powered, it'll be nice, very easy, very efficient to power them all, because all I have to use is a button, because that button will just raise them up one and then lower them back down to their starting position. And this will also make it really easy because I'll be able to do something like this. I'll be able to run against them, and so you don't slow down on Soul Sand whenever you run against them. I mean, you lose your sprint, of course, but you lose it doing that with any block. So I'm going to go, I apparently need to bake a crap ton more pistons. Oh my goodness. Alright, well, I'm going to go get started on that. This is going to be a cool build. I'm liking this, and I'm definitely feeling confident we can do it in one episode, which I'm also notoriously bad about. Alright. Alright, and here's the basic concept for this design. You can see how we've got the redstone torch here underneath the piston, and then the piston is fully extended, which puts it right at that nice little height that we've got. Then if we have, say, a button here, that would, I don't know if you'll be able to see this, that would cause the piston to retract, and then immediately retract, which would pop off. You can see it did end up in my inventory. I went from 39 to 40 to retract, and then I don't know what you'd call it. Extend. That's probably extend. It would extend again, which would then, of course, if there were, you know, blocks all around it. Let's just put in some fake ones here. Of course, those would be soul sand, but then it would retract and extend again, and now you can see as I'm just walking on the path, see, I wasn't even close to it. I could have still gotten closer, and it was still able to be picked up and put into my inventory. So that's what we're going for. Got the basic concept down. I have obviously a lot more work ahead of me, but progress is steady. Progress is steady. I'm just hoping we don't run into any last minute glitches, you know. And we're back at the enchanting room right now. My pickaxe just broke from doing all the work in the nether warp farm. I remembered this time. See, I didn't make no mistakes. Alright, so let's see what we got. I just finished grinding out this 30 levels, and I'll take it. Efficiency 4, Unbreaking 3. I'm pretty sure that's the exact same thing we had. So back to the nether warp farm we go. And we're back with the next update. I've got all the wiring done. The last thing to do will be to add the pistons, but just in case anyone wants to build this sort of thing at home, here's kind of what I'm doing. The biggest thing, obviously, whenever this redstone on the top gets shut off, the redstone torches will turn on, and you can see that really quickly by just that easy. I'm just using this torch on the wall here as a placeholder for a switch or a button. And then the next big thing that you can see here, I'm obviously going to be hiding it underneath here, which has plenty of room in order to reach around here to the repeaters. Now, how I handled these corners was probably the craziest, and I'll show you this here. So essentially, I used this torch that was already off because I needed to get a repeater on here to continue the signal. But the inside is fine because where this repeater would be on this block. Well, it's already being powered by this torch, which is controlled by this redstone. So this inside was fine. It's the outside where there's the problem. If I were to place a torch right here, well, the repeater wouldn't let the redstone be there. Well, there's no redstone there, so the torch would just be on all time. And you can see that just like so. So all of these other ones are off, but except for this one torch here. Well, what I did is I essentially set up this torch to play a master control to its next door neighbor. So this torch, whenever it turns on, would send a signal which would invert this into being off, which would then get passed back through, and then this would be inverted again to be on. So this one's on, and then it would tell this one to be on. Same thing in reverse. This one is off, so there is no signal here, so this inverter turns this no signal into a yes signal, which then sends back through, and then this inverter turns that yes signal here back into a no signal. So when this one's no, this one's no. When this one's yes, this one's yes. And I'll show you this again really quick. just destroy the power source, and you can see, and I'll put this a little bit closer, so this one went off, and then this one went off. Now, this is going to cause a little bit of a timing delay on this one torch here, but I am perfectly okay with that if that means that we don't lose any nether... Oh god, I keep forgetting. Nether wart. As long as we don't lose any nether wart space, I'm okay with it. So I'm going to add these pistons really quick, and I'll check in back with you guys in a second. Alrighty, here we go. The maiden voyage. I've got the button wired up. I have not tested this at all yet, so we're going to see if this does what it's supposed to do. Oh, I can't reach the button. Now, it's probably going to lag. There's going to be a bunch of different pistons firing at a bunch of different times. It's not pretty and clean yet. I don't really know if it ever will be. It doesn't bother me if it's not, honestly, in this one. But we'll take a look and see how bad it is in 3, 2, 1. Hell yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw everything move. Oh, so good. Oh, good job, guys. Awesome, awesome, awesome job. Alright, well, I think the only thing that's left to do is to get the soul sand placed down and the nether wart on top of it, which is honestly kind of drab. This part's going to be pretty boring, so this is where I'm also going to stop the video. I think I'm going to do something, by the way, with glowstone in these corners. I wanted to give it some sort of natural lighting, and I think glowstone would look cool. Either that or lava coming out of the ceiling. I think lava would be pretty cool, too, considering pistons don't burn, and we could put something like right there. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out for sure. So I just want to see the soul sand move. Oh yeah, that's all sorts of buggy. But it looks good and it works. And the piston delays aren't as bad as I thought they were, because over there is going to be a... Yeah, you can see that 1 block delay. Not a big deal, because it's just more of like a sound thing. Cool. I'm very happy with this, so I'm going to go ahead and start up the nether wart farm. You know, this goes back, you understand, you know, you're awesome. Thank you. Again, yeah, so, hey, thank you for watching, and with that being said, this is where I'm going to stop the video. I'll see you guys later.